He was injured while serving with the Royal Marines in Afghanistan. Our reporter Kate Gray, herself a former Paralympian, has been to meet him.
In February in 2008, when I stepped on the improvised explosive device, I didn't really know what I was ever going to do with my life, and kind of just remember sort of sitting there on the battlefield in Afghanistan, like, thinking, yeah, what am I going to do now?
6 weeks in intensive care, 3 years in rehabilitation, and over 50 operations. The road to recovery hasn't been easy for Joe.
Even like daft things like carrying a cup of tea whilst being in a wheelchair is a completely different challenge.
Despite the fact his sport of triathlon was not included in the London 2012 Paralympics, he still found a way to be involved.
Joe Townsend.
Joe has spent the last 4 years preparing for Rio and believes he's now in the best shape of his life.
Being able to fly the GB flag again and represent my country as an athlete, it's just, yeah, it's coming from one life to another, but just a fantastic experience, and I can't wait.
Well, that was Joe Townsend, who will be competing in the Paralympics from next week, and he was talking there to my colleague Kate Gray.
But at this stage, there's only one named athlete certain of a seat on the plane to Rio.
This is boccia. You've probably never heard of it.
It's been like a bit of a whirlwind. When people ask me, like, are you excited about going to Rio? I'm thrilled.
6,000 miles from Rio is Clare's hometown in Northern Ireland, where a lot of the hard work takes place. Here, she trains on her own. Is it quite lonely for you?
I wouldn't say it's that lonely. I've got some pigeons for company there in the hall sometimes, but I like that.
How do you keep yourself motivated when you haven't got teammates around your competition all the time?
Someone will post in our messaging group, oh, I got this score in a test today, and then we'll all be doing that week.
You sit here very confidently, you talk about it in a very positive way of having a disability, being in a wheelchair. Has it always been that way?
Yes, I'll always have bad days, but the good days will outweigh the bad days.
Despite the troubles there's been in the lead up to these Paralympics, it's still expected to be a record-breaking games on the field of play, with 4,300 athletes from 161 countries set to compete across 23 sports.
What can we look forward to this evening on day 2?
Well, there's so much more to come, particularly in the athletics stadium. Johnny Peacock will go in the blue ribbon event, the 100 metres for athletes with leg amputations. Well, congratulations once again. Enjoy your time here in Rio. Now you get to see the beautiful sights. And Alid's gold medal, as you said, makes it 25 golds here in Rio on day 5. So let's take a look at that medals table.
Had I not seen you, I probably wouldn't have made it to the velodrome, or I certainly would have made it a little bit later than I should have done.
How have you kept yourself so fit and so well over such a long career?
I'm just very determined, very stubborn, but I've got a great support team at home.
I'm very pleased to say I'm now joined by His Royal Highness the Earl of Wessex and patron of the British Paralympic Association. Thank you very much for joining us. I hear you've been here for a few days. How have you enjoyed your visit to Rio?
It's been great. It's been fantastic to be able to come and see it all for real.
Well, let's go live to Rio and our correspondent there, Kate Gray. Kate, and the prospect of more gold later today.
Yes, you can expect another busy day here in Rio as Dame Sarah Storey hopes to finish these games the way she started, going for her 3rd gold in the road race. There have been history makers, record breakers. The most successful British Paralympic team leaves Rio having eclipsed their performance from 4 years ago.
So these are the 64 gold medalists of Paralympics GB, almost doubling the 34 golds that they won in London 2012 and comfortably surpassing the medals target set for them before these games.
Alô, Brasil!
But maybe the greatest winners of these games are the people of Brazil, turning out in their masses, filling the seats and making these Paralympics a celebration of sport they'll never forget.